So here is what I'm going to be working with. I've already started to clean and move some things out. I have a lot of random items that just need to go, like these boxes, dead plants that need to be trashed. And here is the dining room area that's just kind of become a storage unit almost. But for starters, I'm gonna clean my sofa because I cannot afford buying a new couch right now. So I'm gonna try to get these stains out using my little green machine, and we'll see how that goes. I cleaned the couch cushions off camera and I'm letting them dry outside in the sun on my balcony. And while that dries, I'm gonna go look for a new rug. So I'm in Habitat Humanity and I find this gorgeous beauty for 30% off, and I'm obsessed. Just got this massive Pottery Barn rug for only $150. I think it was originally priced like $800 from Habitat. So here's the tag. They originally priced it at $325. It's in excellent condition and they marked it down to $200 plus the 30% made it $150. So as you can see, I'm struggling. I did have help bringing it upstairs, but I'm completely on my own now. And this rug is a whopper. It's so heavy. So I tried to lay this rug at a horizontal layout, as usual that I do with my rugs, but this is way too large and way too long, and it did not work out that way. So I just did all this pulling and tugging on this heavy rug for no reason. So off camera, I actually rolled it all the way back up, twisted and turned, and ended up making it a vertical because the living room space and dining room space is more of a vertical, narrow design layout. So that is what worked best. She's so gorgeous. It's a 9x12. I had to Google it. It's no longer in stock at Pottery Barn. It's not sold anywhere else. It's massive, and I only paid $150. Only paid $150 for it. I'm hoping eventually the wrinkles will just fall out, go into place. I'm about to vacuum the rug and bring the sofa back in. So I've always had trouble with this light fixture. It's just too long for the ceiling height and we always hit our head on it. So I'm going to tie it up with some twine and make it a shorter pendant light and see how that works. I will try to leave all of the items down below my description box. I do believe this is discontinued, but I'll find a similar one for you guys. And back to giving my sofa a facelift, I'm using the previous sofa legs and I'm sanding them down because I found out they have these gorgeous blonde wood tones underneath of this ugly dark stain. And I'm not even going to finish them off or like add a sealant to them. I'm just gonna sand them down to a raw finish and put them back on my sofa. As you can see, lightening up those legs gives the sofa a fresh look with a more warm tone and modern design. Now I'm going to start redesigning the focal point of the living room, which is my faux mantle. As a renter, I have to find numerous ways to hide wires and cords because I'm not able to drill holes in the wall to tuck them away properly. But I always have this one trick that I always do, and that is using home decor and, just finding other beautiful pieces that will hide and disguise ugly things. So I added this picture frame of my previous dog that passed away in front of it. I love it there. I also added this faux planter and this vintage water pot that I thrifted, a candle, and the chunky bead garland from Studio McGee. And to fill that gap between the wall and the mantle, I love adding that gold mirror there. I also thrifted this beautiful Persian vintage rug, adding a wire basket on top of that and filling it with some books to put on display. So I'm going to keep the fireplace display here, and I'm just going to add a basket with some throw blankets in it and also a thrifted vessel that I found at Goodwill just to make it cute. And this is an IKEA cabinet that I refinished. I love that it has these really deep drawers. So I'm using this at the front by the door. So it could be like a catch-all area with this tray on top and, just places where I can add some storage. I also added this vinyl record player last minute. I actually want to get into playing more records on this player versus using my phone. I like how it adds to the eclecticism in this space. I'm replacing my old coffee table with this new live edge coffee table that I DIY'd a while back. It's been in storage and I decided to use it again. A huge part of my interior design style is adding natural elements in the space. I just think it makes it feel more warm, fresh, and welcoming. I don't know if you guys remember this project that I did previously, which is this Target cube storage that I turned into a cabinet to hold all of my DIY supplies, Cricut stuff, and everything, and it's still working out pretty good. In my dining area, I have this small office space that I have my printer and important papers, a desk, my Cricut machine, and also where I edit my YouTube videos. I DIY'd this canvas art piece a while back and had it professionally framed at Michael's. I love it so much. It's like an abstract piece of the ocean. I'm going to be creating an accent wall in the dining room with these terrazzo sticker decals that I found from the Target dollar spot. These are a complete life changer because they completely transform a space and a wall, and they leave absolutely no damage behind. I have them in my bathroom, as you may have saw in my previous DIY bathroom makeover. If you want to check that out, it'll be linked down below as well. The wall looks so good. I just don't know what to do with this dining room space. Like, my office little areas here, and I'm happy with this. It's organized to my standards. But like, I don't know if I want to turn it into a dining room with a table again or turn it into like a home gym. I'm just kind of stuck. And dining area it is with a cowhide rug. That's not really my design style per se, but I have it, it's free, and I'm using it for now. I thrifted this dining table from Goodwill for about $15, and I love how the wood tone brings out the wall. And I'm using some linen-like curtain panels for the dining space. It's almost in an oatmeal color. I'm going to raise the curtain rod higher to the ceiling because these curtain panels are 95 inches. You should always hang your curtains as high as possible for that illusion of taller ceilings. And after a few finishing touches, here's the reveal.